Hey, this is ProShots, and I'm here with my friend GameMods100,
Hello.
and we are going to teach you how to take apart a controller and put the insides of this controller into this controller, because I like this controller better, but I like the insides of this one better. So, here we go. So what you first need is a screwdriver called the Torx T8. You can get them online, or you can go to a hobby shop to get it. And then what you need to do is take the middle screw out first. Then you take the two sides and the two sides on this one, and then the two up top on the side of both where the battery pack would go in. One right here and one right here. So I'm going to quickly do that. Okay, so once you do that, you got to carefully, don't do it super careful or else you won't get it off, but you got to take the back off, and then you'll have the motherboard that you'll see. And then you just kind of have to carefully get that without breaking anything. And when we do this, usually we'll clean the buttons because, you already have it open, you might as well. So, but we're not going to do it this video. What we're going to do though is kind of take apart the pieces, and we'll also take apart the pieces of this controller because, like I said, we need the insides of this one. So I'm going to do this controller now. So, sorry about the confusion, but I've just recently figured out that the buttons will not come off. For some reason they built the buttons around this little mini motherboard here, but I can still show you how to take off the right and left triggers and put them back on. And as you can see, I switched the analog sticks because I did like these ones better. So I'll show you how to do the right and left analog sticks, and then we'll put the whole controllers back together, both of them. So first what you do is there's that little kind of like peg goes inside of this long, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's like a kind of like a lever in a way. So you kind of just have to pop it out, and now that's out. And then these two little pegs right here kind of hold it in place. You just kind of have to pinch and pull, and it'll come off. And then take the screw off, and you can take it off and clean it if you want. And then it's easier to put it back together. It just pops into place. And then there's a little thing right there. You kind of hold it up with the screwdriver. Right there. And you kind of hold it up with the screwdriver and just pop it back in, and they work again. So that's how you do the right and left triggers. And so now we'll put it back together and show you how this works. What you want to do is sometimes these analog sticks will come off, so you kind of want to hold both upright so that they don't fall off while you're trying to put it back on. And it should just pop into place usually, which this one it did. And you want to make sure there's a little white button in that, right in there, you see it right there, that white button underneath the RB and LB. You want to make sure that the RB and LB buttons are kind of over that white button. So once they click like that, they're good. These work. You can put your little motors inside where they're supposed to be, and then you're ready to put the back on. And oh, looks like I forgot something. Just a sec. So these little covers, they're pretty easy. You just have to fit them over your D-pad and your A, B, X, Y buttons. And there's usually a couple little pegs that the loop will hold it in place, so you don't have to kind of like balance it all. So that's kind of nice. And then these ones go over all of the other buttons. So that's pretty easy. And see, like I said, some of the analog sticks pop out when you do that. So you just have to put it back on. And okay, now I can put this whole thing back together. And oh, this one's not wanting to go in. That's fine. Just kind of have to push it in a little, and There, now they're together. I need this piece because this piece goes like this on the bottom of it. So what you do here, put your motors back in. Just kind of have to lift it up a little just to kind of get it underneath the motherboard and pop it in, which it's in now. And after that, you're ready to screw the back on. So what you gotta do first is you gotta put it over the two triggers, and then these screws have a little track on the underneath the battery pack that they kind of slide into. So once you do that, it usually just fits together like that, and now all you have to do is put the screws back on. And that is basically how you do or put together and take apart an Xbox 360 controller. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.